Hello guys, Tops here. Today I have something special for you, and it is something that I think a lot of you guys don't know about. But there is a hidden damage buff for two-handed weapons in Battle Brothers, and that means your two-handed weapons do plus 20 flat damage more than it says. And you can actually see that by reading the tooltip. So the two-handed flail does 45 to 90 damage. But if you look at the attack pound, your first attack, it says it can do up to 65 to 110 damage to hit points. What that actually means is that you get plus 20 damage for using a two-handed weapon. It is similar to the double grip bonus from one-handed weapons. The double grip bonus gives you plus 25 damage, and the two-handed weapons just get plus 20 damage flat. And yeah, that's pretty important. That's why they hit so hard. This plus 20 damage buff is true for the hammer, as you can see, 60 to 90, but it actually inflicts 80 to 110 damage to hit points. So plus 20, if you can do the math, right? It is the same for the mace, 75 to 95. Inflicts 95 to 115 damage to hit points. Again, plus 20 damage to hit points. Same for the flail, 45 to 90 damage. On the pound attack, it says 65 to 110 damage. Same goes for the bardiche, 79 to 95. 112 to 142. And actually it's not the same for the bardiche, because on the split man it says hits both head and body for additional damage. So on the main attack of the axe or the bardiche, I have a great axe here for example, you actually do plus 50% more damage. So this is not a plus 20 buff, it is plus 50% buff, which is even more. That's why the great axe hits so goddamn hard in Battle Bros. And obviously it's for the sword, 85 to 100 damage, and it says 105 to 120 damage to hit points. And the same for armor, because the sword has 100% effectiveness against armor. The only two-handed weapon it does not apply to is the two-handed cleaver. And I think the Warbrand too, but I'm not sure about that. I don't have the Warbrand here, and almost nobody uses the Warbrand, but I assume it's the same. So, the cleaver, 65 to 85, it says it inflicts 65 to 85 on the normal attack. The bigger damage from the cleaver comes with decapitation, where it says it can inflict 65 to 170, depending on how wounded the target already is. And with the barbarian cleaver, 60 to 80, on the first attack, 60 to 80 again. On the second attack, 60 to 160 damage. Yes, because of the little bit less base damage, but with more armor penetration. So, that's why famed cleavers can go up to like 300 plus damage if you decapitate. The damage is really crazy, especially against something like Unholds, technically Orc warriors and berserkers, and Chosen and stuff like that. Like high HP targets, as soon as you start decapitating, the damage goes to like crazy numbers. Alright guys, this is everything I wanted to say to that. Does not apply to polearms, by the way. Does also not apply to the pole axes. So this whole applies only for the weapons that are one tile reach, not to the ranged weapons, not to the pole axes, pole hammers, pole maces, not to the pole arms, not to the pikes. It does not apply to cleavers, but it applies to the greatsword, to the great axes, to the flails, to the two-handed great maces, and the two-handed big hammers. So yeah, that's kind of a hidden damage buff that you should calculate with. And I think a lot of people don't know this actually. But if you read the tooltip, it says it's clear right here, just plus 20 more damage. And that's actually small damage increases on single target attacks, actually pretty important because how armor works in Battle Brass. You're just doing a lot of damage in one singular attack is a lot of the times the way to defeat armor and the way to kill an opponent, because you do so much damage in one instance that if you attack twice, you basically double your opponent's armor against that attack, assuming he has armor. That's why two-handed weapons are so damage efficient and so fatigue efficient for their damage, because for 12 fatigue I get like 80 to 100 damage to hit points and 160 to 200 damage to armor. And with something like the Great Axe, I get even 135 damage and 200 damage to armor too. So you get crazy numbers that a one-handed mace with double grip just cannot achieve. By the way, this is a famed mace with additional damage, so this already calculated the plus 25% damage in this bash. And as you can see, it's 55 to 87, 60 to 96 armor. That's kind of nice, but just compared to a Great Axe, look at these numbers, boys. So in this singular attack, I do more damage than a famed mace in 2 attacks. That's actually crazy. That's how crazy good these two-handers are. Plus 50% damage on Splitman and plus 20 damage on Smite, Cudgel, Pound, and Overhead Strike. Small things a lot of people don't know, I think. And yeah, I just wanted to tell you that and how that works, the additional damage. And yeah, now you know more, I hope. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching. This is all for this video today. I live stream almost every day, so you can watch me play. If you have questions, I have a lot of build videos. Maybe that answers your questions if you're a new player. And if not, just come to me. Feel free to ask in the comments or come to me in the live stream. I will like to talk to you. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.